Hi friends, I'm having my electric kettle repaired today. They brought it in and said it stopped working. I've already taken it apart by unscrewing 3 screws on the bottom. Then, unscrew 1 screw on the handle, and then you can remove the handle. Put it aside for now. Another screw needs to be unscrewed on the back, and then the bottom part comes off. I noticed that the power button is heavily soaked in water. The screw that holds the button is heavily rusted from the water. There's water all over the handle. It looks like someone poured water directly onto the handle instead of pouring it into the kettle. I've already checked the heating element, and it works. I applied 220 volts to it, and it heats up. So, the problem is with the button. Let's remove the button. As you can see, everything here is covered in water. You need to disconnect the button from the wire for convenient operation. It might be possible to repair it, but if not, you'll have to order a new one. There's a membrane here that expands when heated, disabling the button. There's a clip on the button that holds the housing in place. You need to remove it. I see that the contacts here are oxidized and are covered in water. I'll try to remove the contacts to thoroughly clean the carbon deposits on them. As you can see, the contact patch is completely black. It needs to be cleaned and then reinstalled into the button. Now let's check the button. I set the multimeter to continuity mode, and the contacts shouldn't ring right now. But as soon as we turn the button on, it should ring. Now we need to replace the button and test the kettle. The kettle still doesn't work. Something else is broken besides the button. Let's figure it out. It's possible something burned out or oxidized from water damage. I found a second problem. There are 2 ring contacts on the bottom, one of which connects to the heating element, but the other contact doesn't, which means there's a break somewhere. I found another contact group in the kettle, but I don't understand what it's for. They're located right where the ring contacts are. It turns out they've separated and there's no longer contact. What can be done in this situation? You can solder the 2 contacts or tighten them, but simply tightening them may not last long and the problem may reoccur. The simplest solution is to insert, for example, a toothpick into the hole and it will tighten the contacts. I inserted a toothpick and pressed the contact block. Now the contacts are firmly pressed together. There shouldn't be any more problems. The contact is now perfect. Let's try turning the kettle on again and check if it works. Try number 2. Turn it on. Pay attention to the indicator. Now I'll check if the heating element is heating up. Yes, the heating element is heating up. Everything is fine. Another device repaired. Subscribe and see you in the next videos.